My beer auntie is going to be home brewing some beer, and I'm out here to help her. This is exciting. She's going to walk me through everything about unboxing and home brewing some beer.
We cook it outside because we got 5 gallons of boiling water.
Okay.
And we're basically going to be making 5 gallons of syrup.
Syrup.
You don't want to turn that over in your kitchen floor. You go candy your kitchen so fast.
Yeah, because I was saying, I was telling my friend, I was like, you wanted to wait until we got better weather. So that makes sense why we would do it.
All right, so this basically is the cooking stage, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you can go to northernbrewer.com. And because Kate gave
I saved the link that you gave me for that, because when I told one of my girlfriends I was coming, I said this is where she said she was getting some of the stuff, and I think she saw like a kombucha making kit, some other stuff on there. Everything. Yeah. I was like, oh, it's more than beer on there.
It's more than beer. So, and most of the stuff in here is for the later stages, for when you start after your fermentation and you want to get closer to bottling.
Okay.
But there's something in here we do want to get out, and we'll get it out eventually, and that is once we cool down the hot beer, which is called wort at that point, we're going to put it in one of these things to ferment. Okay. So that's the only reason that's out here right now. So we set up our stove. Where's my okay. The cook pot.
So do you get a new one of these every time?
No.
Okay.
Use the same thing over and over again.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh, I went in to get my burner. Let me go get my burner. I went and did my research, and since they didn't have these plastic carboys before with the big necks, so I was happy to see that. Again, this only has to be so sterile because we're going to boil this thing for an hour. So I'm just going to rinse this out and let the water run. This hose probably hasn't been used for the suds are from when I last washed it out, probably because I didn't do it yet. All right, I got 2 kits from Northern Brewer, and you can go to individual homebrew supply store. A lot of the breweries, home craft breweries around here will.
Is Northern
This is so Northern Brewer again.
They local?
No, they sell the cats. Remember the kits? You see? Remember when you said
online?
Kombuchas? They sell them online.
I didn't know where they was like.
Oh, I think
where they were located. I never looked where they were located.
They are probably. It doesn't say on the box. I don't remember. They're out west somewhere. Maybe they could be in Michigan for all I know. I'd forgotten where.
Oh, so
I actually do think they're from around the Great Lakes area, but there's any number of them.
So we got the yeast.
Well, this is what they do. They sell you the entire package, everything you need.
I see it. So you got the Indian Pale
Ale and a porter. So I'm gonna let you decide.
A porter. Look at that.
This is the Indian Pale Ale. Northern Brewer is one of many, actually, online.
Did you go through a couple of them before you decided?
No, I've been going with them.
I like it. If it's not broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, and I did do some reviews of various sites and their kits, and Northern Brewer is very reputable. I'm very happy with their product.
Did Ringo Saint Paul?
Let me give you the beer description. And how much time it takes to make.
I think I want to go with the IPA.
Okay, now I wanted to go with either of these because they're easy beers to make.
Okay.
Yeah, so we can start. All right, so let's unbox this thing for you.
Which one was it?
The IPA.
No, this one.
Oh, this one. I got it. Okay.
Move this one to the side.
We'll make that one later. So we're going to unbox this for you. I'm going to open that. And then we're going to show you what all is in it.
We want to go with the IPA. Oh, this is fun.
Okay.
I'm so glad I thought to record. Like, why not?
Okay. All right. So the beginning of every beer is the wort. Now, if you are really like WRT.
WRT?
ORT.
ORT, wort.
Okay, if you are really one of the, the homebrewing bros, you know, they want to brag on all that.
They will make that?
They will make this.
Oh, we ain't got time for that.
But we ain't got time for that. Baby, you can go to the store and buy 6 pounds of syrup, cheap, fast, and quick, okay? Without cutting up shit, buying shit, and figuring out shit. So this is the syrup. This is a wort extract.
Wort extract.
Okay, that's the basic of every beer. This particular one that we have chosen.
But where would this even be made out of? Like
they make this stuff. They probably have perfect contractors who make it, using specific greens and things.
Oh wow!
All right,
so we got
and that's the basic of every kit. This kit that we've chosen has a secondary something. And that's just part because the recipe calls for something else.
So
and again,
malt extract, barley. Is that the hop?
No, hops come in later.
Oh,
hops give you flavoring. We add hops. The 3 stages are boil your wort.
Boil your wort.
Okay, and during the boil, you have a schedule, and it'll tell you when to put certain hops in.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and then once all that is done and it's cooled enough not to kill your yeast, you put your yeast in.
Okay.
Okay, and you're done. Okay, and that's the.
So these are like 2 different flavors
types of grain syrups.
Okay, grain syrup.
Okay, but a lot of kits will have just that.
Okay.
But this one has the recipe called for this. Could be this one, from the weight of it, probably only has the one. I don't know. This recipe has
like
just one.
The one. Okay.
Okay, so it's recipe by recipe.
All right. But I like that it's like
it's all in one.
So box. How much would this one of these cost?
Anywhere from $20 to $35.
Okay. So you buy the kit. And then something like the boiling of stuff, you already had that?
I already had that.
Okay.
You can go to, again, Northern Brewer will put the whole kit together and send it to you in the box.
Right.
Or you can go, if you want certain specialty pieces, you're particular about what kind of thermometers you use.
Okay.
Whatever, how particular or how basic you are, they got you.
So you get one kit is all the like supplies that you will reuse.
Yeah.
Like your boiler, like your kitchen.
This is your beer kitchen.
Your beer kitchen. Okay, I got a word for it.
This is your beer pantry.
And this should be. Damn, that makes so much sense when you break it down like that.
Okay, people act like beer is so mysterious.
It's not. But I was just like, just trying to say it for my layman's terms.
I got you. Well, we talking to the peoples, right?
Yep.
We breaking it down.
I'll edit the video.
Thank you. Yeah, very important part of making beer
is making sure you have
drink
some
beer
to drink.
Have a beer.
That's why I was glad I worked out this morning because I was like, I got room for beer.
And once we get the wort and stuff going, we can put some snacks out or something.
Good. So
and then you holler at your neighbors. Hey, Brian. I'm just saying, hey. All right. Huh? It's a beautiful day.
It's so
a beautiful day to make beer.
It's a beautiful day to make beer.
All right, and then because Northern Brewer knows
we
that
natural light for my video.
You good. We picked the perfect day. And then they give you everything you need to know about making beer. This particular beer and that piece of paper will have its own. You can also recall each and every one of these recipes online if you ever wanted to say, well, I'm just going to go down to the home brew store and get what I need. And this is what I need, and here's all I need. You can print it out. Okay?
Kit, malts, yeast.
And it tells you what to do every step of the day.
I like this.
I mean, you're going to be down in your basement making beer in that pit,
Yeah, look, I got a separate, my landlord was over yesterday and I mentioned to him that I was going to be like learning how to home brew some beer. And he happened to be fixing something in my little laundry area. And he was like, oh, look like you got space that you could brew some beer right here. And I was like, okay. I said, I might have a new hobby. I said, let me learn first. Let me learn.
Yeah. All right, so we have basically all the minimum requirements, and this first column is done. We can start on brewing day. And as I told you, collect and heat 2.5 gallons of water. If you
did 5.
I prefer 5. We're making 5 gallons of beer. And what this wants you to do is boil 2.5 gallons of water. And I think because it saves time to, and then add 2.5 gallons of water later. But I prefer to boil it all up at once.
But when you would add it later, you would add another
2.5 gallons of it would have to be pure distilled or something, water, because by the time you finish with your wort, everything has to be sterile. So you maybe not type of water or whatever. But I'm just like, why would I boil it all up at once and it's all sterile?
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's easier.
And it's been working for you all the time.
I ain't never made a bad batch of beer yet. Watch me make a bad batch of beer now, okay? I hope I have to sign something that says you can release this first. But anyway, so on boiling beer, it says collect and boil and heat 2.5. We're going to say 5.
Okay.
All right. And then it tells you that all you have to do is put your extracts in. All right. For this one, it tells you bring to a boil the water first and then add the gold malt extract syrup. Okay. So we're going to do that first. And let me make sure that I'm pretty sure it wants us to put in all of it at one time, but I'm gonna make sure. Because they look to be the same. Instead of 6 pounds, we're using 9 pounds.
Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying.
And they'll tell you, if you requested uncrushed grains, it'll tell you how to crush and make your grains and make the syrup.
Okay.
But they said for customers, who have all grain extract. But we're going with extract kit. So 9.5 pounds of gold malt syrup. So we're going to bring to a boil. And then once it's boiling, we're gonna add this.
So we add this once it's boiled.
And this is new to me, so I'm new to the first time, so I'm gonna be reading this.
So you add that. So this in addition. So it's gonna be like you got 2 because you got. This is gonna make your fast pitch. I mean, this is gonna make your 5 gallons of wort. Right. Okay. So we're gonna have extra wort.
Negligibly.
Yeah, because that's not a whole lot.
A whole lot. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
But that's going to add some more flavor?
This actually, by doing this way, it reduces the risk of introducing off flavors.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's sterile.
It's kind of like a
It's like a sterile medium.
Okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
As opposed to, if I did it in something and I got in the kitchen and, because again, it has to be unadulterated by anything. Just ambient everything.
And you've been doing this how long? And you never used that?
Yeah, I started making beer in the 80s, the late 80s, early 90s. I never used that, so I feel like I want to try it. Since I'm learning, you're learning, I'm learning today.
Yeah, I like that. Learn together.
Yeah. So you see where it is? It's got the water, the malt, it's got the sugar, and a yeast nutrient. I never did all that. I only just threw yeast on top of the cool wort. Mm-hmm. This is a little more carefully prepared.
That makes sense.
By starting the yeast, feeding the yeast, letting the yeast. If I had to do it this way, I had to go and get some bowls, sterilize some water, let it cool, put some yeast in it, grow the yeast, put it in the fridge, let it live for a couple little hours. I'm just like, I'm not trying to do all that.
Drinking craft beer while making craft beer.
That's what you're supposed
to do.
The
kind of life.
Have a homebrew.
This the kind of life I like to live.
Oh, have a homebrew. That was part of
you giving me more reason not to have kids because I can just have my pet and homebrew some beer and not have to worry about the kids.
Hand some of them things off to camp somewhere.
You're right. You can send them to camp. You can
so if my friend who taught me how to make beer wrote these instructions, somewhere in each of these, between all these steps, it would be have a homebrew.
That's kind of like, it's a thing that's been circulating across social media where it comes up like every Thanksgiving, and it'll be like, put the turkey in, drink some wine.
Oh, yeah, drink some wine.
And I'm like, this is my kind of recipe, because why are you making turkey or why are you cooking without no wine?
Throw the burnt turkey away, drink some wine.
Yeah, turn the burnt turkey in and just go buy
the turkey and some more wine.
Oh, look, we got perfect weather out here. Perfect weather out here. Y'all see my wig?
You fly. It's yours, ain't it?
Yeah, I paid for it. I paid for it. My hair washed and cleaned up underneath. But I'm going to the hairdresser on my birthday, so I was like, I'll just throw it. So we checking.
Almost boiling. See the bubbles? When they start coming up.
All right.
I want to get out my thermometers. I think I'm going to use my candy thermometer, my own kitchen candy thermometer. This is what I think I'm going to use.
Brewery Toolbox.
This is a Brewery Toolbox. And I even have a little DVD that has a short instruction overview of making beer that I can give you that you can use for your podcast.
Oh, wow.
I'll give it to you. 60 at 60 minus 0. All right. Again, we're going to take this top off here. This is going to keep boiling, but it's doing its thing. It's a slow pour because it's syrup. Just pour that right on in.
Both of them?
Yep. The reason we want to pour it in hot is that you don't want this heavy syrup sitting on the bottom of your pot while it's getting hot, burning.
Right.
So we're just going to pour these in. And again, this is grain syrup that you can buy. If you really want to be like, a purist, you can buy the grains and boil them and make the syrup yourself.
How much going to stick on the...
No, that's why we're just going to hold it here for a while.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Patience is a virtue.
Patience is a virtue. You gotta take your time making beer.
You're right.
And then I have a big beer stirring spoon. We're gonna come and stir that up a bit.
Oh yeah, I was supposed to ask about the stirring.
Yeah. In fact, if you hold both of these, I'll go get the spoon. I'll take that. Okay.
I'm practicing my iPhone videography.
There we go. Because we want to make sure we get that syrup off the bottom.
Yeah.
And make sure that.
Oh, look at that big spoon.
Yeah, you gotta have a special everything. You notice I didn't sterilize it first, because I'm telling your audience.
Because of the heat.
Yeah, at this stage, things don't necessarily have to be sterile. So it's only after your wort has been made that you have to be sure everything is sterile, because now it's pure sugar.
I like that you emphasize that.
Yeah.
Because when I told people you made me the other beer, like, you know, some people was like, somebody just making beer. How you know what she put in it?
Right.
I was like, I trust the process, but now I'm learning the process.
Yeah. So right now it's good. But after this is all done, this is pure sugar, bacterial of sugar. So as I told you earlier, if a rat falls in here right now, would you say what rat? No, and call this beer Rat Bastard Brew. That bastard rat fell in my beer.
That bastard rat.
Okay. But we are so far no rats, no squirrels.
No rats, no
So
squirrels.
we're gonna let Dee come up with a name for this in honor of her birthday.
I was say it's my birthday.
So this is gonna be your special brew. And we don't have to worry about every bit of it. Maybe just tilt it to see if we can get something to come out the corners and stuff. But for the most part, we got almost everything we need. There could be a few more clumps. But I'm just stirring it to make sure that the wort is not sitting on the bottom with the heat and cooking.
So this is the wort, right?
This is now we're making the wort.
We're making the wort.
Yep. So that is the stage where the syrup is boiling.
You put grain in that one?
Yeah, this has a grain sock, and we'll get to that stage next.
The camera rolling just in case.
And that's special
just in case you don't want to
flavor.
I don't mind if you hop in, but I just like to.
Yeah, thank you.
It's gonna be funny looking back at it.
Yeah, and she'll edit it all up.
I'm learning.
Yeah, but you can come introduce yourself if you want to. Don't be shy. All right. So now the temperature of the water has dropped a little below boiling. So what we're going to do is cover this up and let it come to a boil again.
Rolling boil?
Yep. And we're going to probably start counting 60 minus 0 when that starts boiling.
When that starts boiling?
Yeah. And that won't take too long. Okay. Let's cover this up. Yep.
Look at that. I see what you mean about turning it to the...
Yeah.
That would feel like it's the same morning. Should we do?
I think we good.
Okay.
All right. Now, you can spend your time and money buying this stuff, but you making this stuff, but you can also go to and buy this crap. Save you a whole lot of time.
So that's the flavoring grains.
And these
so you fill it the whole thing up with it?
The Midwest blend of grains. So it's a blend of grains that help give you that IPA flavor.
Oh.
So here it is.
So that's what's giving us the IPA flavor.
Yeah. A lot of people will put those in first and wait until the water
let it boil with the water?
Yeah. But or 20 minutes or until it reaches 170. I think I'm just going to put it in for 20 minutes now because I want a good, strong flavor of the grains in here.
That opens up
It's like a stocking.
Yeah, no, yeah. Open up way wider than it looks.
And we're going to let that... Oh.
You got most of it in.
Yeah. Let that sit in there for 20 minutes.
You, will it hang on the side?
Yeah, I'm going to tie it a knot like this. I'm going to tie it onto the handle.
Oh, just tie it onto the handle. That makes sense.
Well, this is boiling, I think.
This is so cool.
A lot of people will put the grains in the cold water and let it heat up to 170.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just going to take that. Stick it over in there like that. And that'll get heavier and sink down in there.
Bam. Oh yeah, it didn't fall down as much as...
It's okay, but because they're soaking in there. They're soaking up this stuff.
Some boil over. Oh, so some of the... Well, I guess that makes sense. Some of it's naturally going to come out of the side.
Mm-hmm.
And you probably want that.
Let me tie it around here. There we go. That's a little better.
Oh yeah, so maybe next time kind of submerge it first and then pull it out.
And I could just use
like a paper clipper? Not a paper
safety
clipper.
pin, yeah.
Or...
But I think this is good. So here's the flavoring grains are in this sock.
I love how you kind of like all in with my shenanigans. Because I kind of do this anyway. So we killed the flame. We had like 2 boil overs. And that's fine, whatever, we're learning. But this is why you do these things outdoors and not in your kitchen. Because you see that, it would have boiled over.
All you gotta do is scoop that up like that.
Look how much that expanded. It seemed like
the grains
it absorbed the water. That makes sense. That makes sense.
And now we can take this out. We'll take the pressure off there. We can cut it if we need to. Should have got my scissors out already.
I can get it if we need to.
But that's cool. So we take that out. Oh, we're gonna need them, yeah. Let's take this out. And basically this is now garbage. I'll put this in my recycling bin eventually.
Oh yeah, recycling or
or
mulch. Hey, see, I'm smart. I was like, hold on, you can use it for mulch.
Just gonna put that
and
right
you
there.
Got your garden
because we're not gonna use it again.
Okay.
Okay.
And then we got.
And I'll take this in the house.
We got some premium hops, Centennial hops. I don't know what alpha 11.1% means. Aroma, intensely floral and citrus. Ooh, American style ale. Bam. So now we're about to
put in about a half ounce of this in there. Put a couple of these in there.
Sanitize.
Probably should just pour the water in it. It gets all frothy. Put my sanitizer spoon too, so that's all right.
So all our tools, the sanitizer is gonna go in here.
Mm-hmm.
And then what we doing for this one? Just sanitize the
inside of this.
Oh, because that's where we're gonna ferment the beer.
Mm-hmm.
How come? Oh, I was saying, how come it's 2 sides? 2 sides. Oh, that's like a measuring thing. Oh, that's fancy.
Well, we can put the sanitizer in the and then put the water in first, and it gets all frothy. But I'm just gonna froth it up here.
Okay. Oh yeah, because you wanted to rinse it out. So.
See how I said?
Oh.
We're gonna use pour some in here. Everything in here has to be sanitized. And the last bag of pops has to be sanitized.
The whole bag?
Even if you cut it, that's what you mean.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Oh wow.
Pellets.
I'm putting in the pellets. The last hops.
Mm-hmm. They take the flour and they grind them up.
I like a hoppy IPA, so
yeah. And get the hops off the wall. And get all of this. Ow! You got some of my foot. And the sanitizer. Because I want to use this again.
So, what temperature you said? 100, right?
About 100 is when we're going to put the yeast in.
Is one more temperature you said?
I'm thinking. I hope so, because I should have put that top on it. That thing like that. I'm saying it's just below 100. Okay.
So that's good.
Yep. We set that in there. Let me put this back on. And the funnel.
Get the funnel?
Yep.
Inside, right?
Uh-huh.
Doesn't matter how I grab it?
Yeah, put your hands down in there. You want to get that shit on you.
No, I'm saying, doesn't matter which part I touch it from before sanitizing? Oh, yeah, it's in there.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you know what? That makes sense. As long as my hands touch the sanitized stuff. That makes sense. I'm like, oh, I'm touching stuff, but I'm touching the sanitizer.
Yeah. Let me clean my hands.
Right. Okay.
I'll put this in. It is just a good thing to do.
No, because I'm thinking like, oh, I don't want to get nothing on it. And I was like, oh no, let it touch me and then it'll be fine.
And it's a Harvard sanitizer. It's really good.
Right. Mm-hmm. I wasn't thinking about my hands being sanitized. Too.
and cleaned. I may have to tilt it and hold it for a while to make sure that it's going in there. Let's get this clean. It's gonna slosh. So for a while. One more thing.
She said one more thing. I don't even know if you can see me, but here we go. What's that?
I'm just gonna stop the plug for a minute.
Oh, the plug.
Just to sterilize it. Clean it.
Oh yeah, you did say you wanted to get inside.
Let's get some of this shit up in there. It's a good idea to wipe it out. Transferring it into the fermenter. Get really aerated, you know, the bubbles.
Oh, look at the bubbles.
Yeah, because aerating it helps.
Is that what helps with the final, like with the head?
No, the head.
Not yet.
No, the head comes very late. The head. Remember I said the beer is an unfinished product till you open it before you get a head. Oh, the head is the last thing a beer actually does.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
So that's when all the gases that have been trapped in the bottled beer release.
Right. That makes sense. It's going down, baby.
So I might give some. Can you help me tilt this so I can lay this flat? That's getting heavier. Yeah. Just be careful. I want to be able to.
I don't know if we're gonna be able to.
Okay, let's put it back. Make sure it's falling. It's coming off of that. I don't want. That's the last thing I want to happen. I'll hold this. Can you hold that while maybe I adjust this?